What is a crisis for one person can be an opportunity for another. When a harder economic period comes, most nail technicians say the same thing. Fewer clients. People are saving money. Now you cannot earn well. And truly, the market changes. Clients become more cautious. Spending habits transform. But there is an important realization. In the same situation, one person declines and another becomes stronger. The circumstance is the same, the reaction is different. The economic situation affects everyone, but not everyone reacts the same way. One pulls back, fears, waits, lowers prices. The other adapts, rethinks, builds value, develops a system, and in the long term, this is the difference. A difficult period cleans the market. When everything is easy, many things work even halfway. But when it gets harder, it becomes clear who works in a system, who communicates well, who gives real value, who has built stable client relationships. At such times, the market does not only shrink, it selects. Clients do not disappear, they just decide differently. Important. People do not completely stop using services, but they choose more consciously. They pay more attention to value. They become more loyal to those they trust. This means the one who wins is not the cheapest, but the one who is the most reliable and valuable. This is when you can truly stand out. When others pull back, communicate less, are uncertain, there is room to move forward. For example, strengthen client relationships, build more conscious marketing, refine your services, create a clearer system. Most people slow down at these times. You, however, can speed up. Thinking decides here. If you look at the situation as, everything is bad now, nothing can be done, then you truly will not take action. But if you look at it as, what could work now? Then you start seeing opportunities. Same situation, completely different result. Closing thought, economic difficulties are real, but they do not mean the same thing for everyone. For some, decline, for others, a turning point. The question is not what the situation is like, but how you use it. Because the worst periods are often those when you can gain the greatest advantage if you dare to think and act differently. Lack of self-confidence is the biggest break. Many nail technicians believe that their growth is limited by the market, competition, or clients. But in most cases, the real obstacle is not outside. It is inside. Lack of self-confidence is what silently holds you back. It is not knowledge that is missing, but belief in yourself. Many already do high-quality work, have satisfied clients, develop continuously. Still, they do not dare to raise prices. They do not dare to set boundaries. They do not dare to become visible. Why? Because the inner voice is there. What if I am not good enough? How does lack of self-confidence appear in practice? It is not always spectacular. Often it looks like this: too low prices, a please-everyone attitude, inconsistent keeping of rules, procrastination, excessive uncertainty in decisions. From the outside, these seem like operational mistakes, but the root is often the same. You do not believe enough in your own value. Your clients see what you represent. If you are uncertain, they bargain more easily. They take your rules less seriously. They feel the value less, but if you are firm, they trust you more. They accept your prices more easily. The relationship becomes stronger. Self-confidence is not only an inner feeling, it also has an outer effect. Self-confidence is not born, it is built. Important, you do not have to be born confident. Self-confidence is built from experience, strengthens through decisions, grows through action. You will not become confident when everything is already certain, but when you take action even with uncertainty. Small steps, big change. You do not have to become a completely different person overnight. It is enough if you start communicating a little more firmly, representing your prices a little better, keeping your rules a little more consistently. These are small steps, but every single step strengthens the feeling you are capable of it. Self-confidence is also a decision. You will not always feel it. There will be days when you are uncertain, but even then you can decide that. You do not back down, you do not lower your standards, you represent yourself. This attitude builds in the long term the self-confidence that will already become a stable foundation. Closing thought, the market does not hold you back. Not your clients, but the limit you set for yourself. And this is also the best news, because if you are willing to work on it, this limit can continuously expand. And as your self-confidence grows, your results grow too.